Female Morgan is a flying tome user, so let's figure out what the shipping lord spawned on us. I knew it was gonna happen, but a part of me really thought that we would just never see a flying tome user in the normal pool. Like, I was just expecting to just have Summer Core and be the blue unit for this for all eternity. So this is really exciting to see this. Let's find out how Flying Morgan actually stacks up once we start putting her through the ring. Let's get her digits and okay BST for a flying mage. That's pretty good. She has a decent attack and a really nice resistance. We're going to come back to those scores in just a moment. Taking a look at what she swings with, she has a full kit. Starting off with a brand new tome type, Serpent Tomes. These tomes are pretty interesting, assuming that they are the same for all colors. They give you a bonus to all your defenses whenever you're attacked from a ranged opponent. So not like any kind of distant counter shenanigans, but if you're initiated on, you get that bonus. She also comes with Ice Bird to really leverage off of that nice resistance, which is pretty cool. Her A slot is a new particular stance that gives you resistance and attack whenever you're being attacked. So that's actually really cool. I like that a lot, especially on her. Her B slot is Guard, tried and true. Her C slot is attack ploy, leveraging that resistance once again. And we can see her scores right here, and it sort of looks like she did attend Grievous School for the Gifted, because some of those scores are just really bad. But we don't expect her to be good at everything. You're seeing some good scores up here because you would expect her to be able to take a hit, especially from magical things, especially from ranged things. And that's pretty much what we're going to be doing with her. She has a very narrow niche, and we're just going to go straight into the first build. First build is, as always, a budget build. The budget builds are meant to be something that you can just get them up and running right away. And so this is pretty much just taking her kit, except for one of my pet peeves, and I'm sure it's probably one of yours too, is if you have a user of a particular, specifically a ranged attacker of a particular color, you want them to be able to take out everything that is they're strong against. And so, since there's so many fast red units out there, you need to have Swordbreaker. Really, nobody on the blue team is exempt from this. You need to have Swordbreaker. So go ahead and put that on her, and as you can see here, her aggressor rating really jumps up quite a bit once you do that. Nothing else is changing, everything's staying the same. If you're worried about Guard and how that's protecting her, don't worry, Guard is not doing her any justice here. And so that's one of my problems that I actually have with Flying Morgan. Morgan has this really nice kit, and you'd think that she'll be able to just take all kinds of hits, but she can't. First of all, even because of her speed mostly, she can't take a hit from any kind of archer. And Iod Shield doesn't save her, it just doesn't. So you can go ahead and stack all kinds of things on her, and it's not going to get you anywhere. As a matter of fact, you're going to see, like, I'm sure people out there are going to be like, oh yeah, no, you just go and put Distant Defense Seal on her, which is good. Distant Defense A slot, don't worry about the attack. That's dumb. Okay, the best way that she prevents people from killing her is by killing them first, and she needs that extra 4 attack. So don't think that you could get rid of that just so that you can, I mean, if you want to meme it up and have all the defense, go for it. It's not going to work. So if you want to keep basically the same spirit of the base build going forward, then this is a build that I recommend right here. All we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to put in Moonbow, and that's pretty important for a few reasons. We're going to put in Moonbow. We're going to go ahead and give her quick riposte so that she can get that double tap back regardless of who's attacking her. And that's pretty much it. Here I have shown the deflector rating. Deflector is her ability to be able to repulse any attacker that is using a magical attack, not physical attack. So in other words, you're talking about dragons, but you're also talking about all mages and all healers. Let's go into the Obituaries. And the Obituaries is where I show you the DPT, Deltran's PvP threats. Link down the doobly-doo to find a list of all the heroes and the killer builds that I have that I evaluate everybody against. If you take a look at that list, you're going to see a lot of heavy hitters and a lot of things that are just brutal. And if you're taking a look at the score, it's basically a win and loss record for 1 round of combat on initiation and when initiated on. and she doesn't do well at all. But whenever you have a specialist like this, they tend to be really low down on the ability to actually get high marks in the DPT, and there's a lot of good stuff here actually. Let's unpack it just a little bit. Sometimes I go through the whole list of everything. I'm not going to show you all the people we lose to because really it's just a lot. I'm going to show you the important people that we lose to that you would think you'd be able to get, but you can't. And also talk about the wins and what we're catching. That's actually really, really sweet. So on initiation, we're getting rid of Reinhardt and Arden. But whenever we're initiated on, we are getting rid of so many problematic threats. I mean, we potentially can get rid of the Reinhardt, and with this build we are. We can get rid of frickin' Winter Tharia. That is wonderful. And I don't see it too often in Arena, and when I do, it's a problem. Horse Erica is just a nightmare. All of these things we could just absorb, catch. As a matter of fact, if you do go a little bit berserk with the wards and with the distant defense seal, you put that on your hero here, you'll be able to catch the Reinhardt without taking any damage. It's sick. It's so fun, and it works out rather well. So that's the best part about this, is that she could catch so many things and still get rid of all these high-tier threats. I mean, so many people are still having problems with Reinhardt, even though, honestly, at this point in time, we have so many Reinhardt counters, I don't understand why he's still seen in PvP Arena. A lot of people are fielding Winter Tharia, and that's never going to end, so you need to have a counter to it. Well, guess what? She's a good counter for that with this particular build. Moonbow helps you out, get you that extra burst that you need to be able to make sure that you are killing things after they initiate on you. And the reason why is because if there are some units that are quick, they're going to get that extra hit in before you get that other quick riposte, and it's those ones that you would need to worry about. So that's where Moonbow comes in. Feel free to keep Iceberg if you really want to, or go with Glacies if you want to. I have a build for you where Glacies is actually a decent idea. And that is with her Blade Tome set. Yes, she runs Blade Tome rather well. No, she does not run it better than Summer Corin. The margin is not that much, to be honest with you. So, I mean, if you're sitting here like, oh, it's inferior, by technical definition, yes, she is an inferior Blade Tome user. When it comes down to it, she's still very capable, and we're evaluating all this as if she had honed flyers. That's the only problem here, but any flying Blade Tome user is going to have this problem. You need to have honed flyers, and it's pretty rare, only being found in seasonal banners and in one hero that's in the frickin' general population pool. So I do evaluate it with it on here, so adjust your expectations if you don't have honed flyers. Her aggressor rating is good. All of her in-between scores are good. Let's go ahead and go look at the DPT and take a look at who is still getting through our onslaught. 24 and 9 on initiation. This is not with any other buff. Usually, whenever I evaluate these heroes, I don't do any buffs here. I just show you what happens whenever they're an island unto themselves. But of course, with the Blade Tome, that's not fair and not a good comparison. I do go with that hone that I talked to you about. But 24 and 9 is what you get without any additional support. If you have somebody out there giving more spurs, such as goad flyers or anything out there, it's going to really help. And once you proc Lacey's, it's amazing, and that's one of the reasons why I have this build the way it is. You can initiate keeping Swift Sparrow. A lot of times, life and death gives you, with that one extra speed and that one extra attack is like way worth it. Not in this case. There's no reason to go with that unless you don't have Swift Sparrow fodder. Otherwise, go ahead and go with Swift Sparrow. It's gonna do a lot for you. It's gonna give you good arena points, and it's plenty, and it keeps your defenses up. That's important because on retaliation, you need to be able to stick around for that first hit until you get desperation range, and then you could just start throwing magic all over the place. If you're initiated on, honestly, a lot of people that we kill whenever we're initiated on, even though that record is terrible. It's a lot of the same people we saw before, and that's because we have that strong hit now. We don't need Moonbow to be able to get the faster of any of those. We don't need Moonbow to really save us anymore. We just go ahead and charge up Lacey's. You can hit hard enough and fast enough now. It's it's like a completely different. And that's what I had to say about Morgan. Down in the comments, let me know what kind of Morgan you got and how you plan on building her. And do me a favor, if you like your Fire Emblem information hot and fresh like Grandma's cookies, hit that subscribe button. My name is Deltran. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate all of you. I truly do. And until next time, take it easy.